Not everything is always what it seems. Who would have known that Twitch would secretly be the front for one of the biggest scams in the online world, and how big the impact of their actions could really have been? Today, we dive into the free ride that Twitch has had for years and how its fuel for fake metrics might just cause the next adpocalypse. Part 1. What is viewbotting? Viewbotting is when someone uses automated programs or paid services to artificially inflate the number of viewers, followers, or engagement on a live stream or video. Botting metrics has literally been on every corner of the internet and has been around since the dawn of the internet. But on Twitch, this usually looks like somebody going from 100 viewers to 500, but chat not really changing, or not even communicating. At other sites like YouTube or TikTok, it might be inflated view counts to make content appear more popular than what it really is. The goal from this is to look more popular and show social media growth in an attempt to climb the social media algorithms and front pages, and the ability to intimidate your competitors and look bigger than what you are, basically baking it until you make it, which is way more common than what people actually realize. This is a recipe we've seen for years, not even just in the social media internet era, but we've seen this all the way into the corners of Hollywood, news, media, and even to the level of the very government you vote for. So how does viewbotting work? There are a few methods, but some are more advanced than others, which makes it difficult. You have your simple traffic bots, which are scripts and apps that can send thousands of fake connections to a stream. These often come from the same IP or region of the world, which is more easily trackable. These are the cheaper bots that sites will be able to combat with faster. Then you have distributed botnets. These more sophisticated services use hacked devices, proxies, or rented servers across the world. Each viewer looks like a unique person with a unique IP, device, signature, and watch pattern. With this process, you can even simulate a chat, which makes it look more realistic. Then you have commercial services. These are whole websites where they openly sell viewer packages. Packages as cheap as $10 for 1,000 viewers on Twitch. Now, why is botting so hard to combat? Platforms do try to stop it, but there are a few reasons why viewbotting keeps slipping through. The obvious reason is because a lot of it does look so real. At scale, platforms rely on patterns, IP clusters, device IDs, watch time. Advanced bots randomize behavior to mimic humans, clicking around, chatting, even muting and unmuting audio. Every time a platform or website tries to put one roadblock up to one scenario, another road opens. And in that, there's a huge collateral damage risk. If Twitch or YouTube bans too aggressively, they risk false positives, which is banning legit viewers or streamers. It's also tough because there's huge advantages to cheat. Sponsorship money, ad deals, and algorithm placement are tied to numbers. Even brands sometimes knowingly buy inflated engagement through agencies, which again, this is nothing new. Then you have a scale problem. Millions of streamers and videos go live every day. Policing every metric in real time is nearly impossible. This is where the cat and mouse game comes in. Again, as soon as anybody patches one method, another method appears. The conversation about Twitch's viewbotting has gotten so loud that they can't ignore it any longer. Outside of creators like Ithalian, who have been calling out their viewbots for years and the problems it would cause. I mean, you've even had large streamers like Trainwrecks TV being more vocal on it. And then having individuals like Devin Nash, who is somebody who has managed millions of dollars of ad spend in the streaming space, with people like him sharing his personal data, suggesting that 40% of the site could be botted. It's obviously sparked a lot of conversation, but I think the real blow was that clip of Ray J where he openly admitted to viewbotting, like blatantly on stream, saying that he and many others do it. The only other thing he could have done to get banned was literally showed him doing it. But the clip was him explaining in detail how much he scams in advertising with inflated metrics. This stirred up a lot of controversy as Dan Clancy, the CEO of Twitch, has openly welcomed Ray J to the platform and even befriended him. It's not a good look when the CEO of one of the largest accused botting sites in the world openly has a relationship with one of the top proven viewbotters on the platform. Part 2, bots beyond the individual streamer. Now, the easiest and most common thing that a lot of people ask is like, well, hey, if somebody's viewbotting, why not just do something with them, like punish them for that? That's where all this gets so messy. There are in fact hundreds, maybe even thousands of streamers that are being botted and they have no idea. From viewers that over glorify supporting their favorite creators by giving them extra views, to the hate watchers that just want to make somebody look bad. The cheap access to being able to bot somebody in the live stream space gives the ability for so many people to do it. But that's not even where it gets really ugly. Where it gets evil is when the agencies and orgs get involved. You see, if a streamer is getting even a little bit of success or rise across socials, the second an agency or an org gets involved, it gives them huge leverage to benefit off of the creator. All agencies and orgs will typically bring brand deals and opportunities to creators, and they get a cut of it. For years, creators have been signing with agencies and mysteriously going from a few hundred congruent viewers to thousands. This process allows a talent agency and an org that is managing a streamer to sell higher rates for higher views, thus not just putting more money in the pockets of the streamer, but also putting more money into their pockets, with them being able to make thousands of extra dollars an hour during ad campaigns. Not every creator is made aware of the scam, however. There are countless creators that are involved with agencies and orgs that have no idea their metrics are being inflated. Now, it's good to point out this isn't just a Twitch problem. Viewbotting plagues platforms like YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, eroding marketer trust. We even seen a lawsuit at one point in time with Facebook getting a huge backlash for inflated numbers. This goes so deep to where even governments have gotten involved. Governments have been caught from different parts of the world using bot farms to encourage a disruption on certain social media sites, causing conflict between people in different regions on sites like X and Facebook, for example, that would have a huge political push. You see, botting is in every corner of the internet. Where this is a big problem for Twitch, however, unlike some of these platforms, Twitch operates at a loss. Even though Twitch has been around for so long, it's still trying to prove itself. The reality is Twitch stopped innovating years ago. The CEO himself said that they are years behind on the mobile app technology. There's nothing really special about Twitch outside of the core community that it has. So a site like Twitch is desperately reliant on the advertisers and the relationships that they keep between the advertisers. Because at the end of the day, they eventually have to make money. And that's where all this gets so messy. Part 3, implications and adpocalypse risks. It's obvious that the state of viewbotting as a whole doesn't help. It ruins trust and discoverability, not even just at the level at the individual streamer, but the waves of the impact it has will be felt across the entire industry. Viewbotting not only sidelines legitimate streamers by gaming discoverability rankings and undermining trust amongst creators, it makes the entire streaming industry look less legitimate from a major level. You take Twitch, for example. Twitch is supposed to be the place to stream. It's built its entire representation of being the most innovative streaming service in the world. And at a certain point, they were right. Until Amazon bought out Twitch to sell the product of Twitch to the entire internet through AWS, Twitch had actually developed one of the best pieces of tech in our lifetime. Being able to stream high quality live video footage around the world at a fraction of the cost. But since then, Twitch hasn't really done anything. They've just been riding out the previous success and the sale of the site overall as the site has gained more and more inflated metrics. Then in an attempt to become profitable, for the last few years, they've forced ads down the viewers' throats, which has resulted in pushing away legitimate viewership while the inflation has climbed. And they were every bit aware of this. It is Twitch's arrogance why the entire streaming industry is about to see a huge change. You see, Twitch runs the risk of the next adpocalypse as brands pull budgets from inflated platforms or shift to safer environments. Digital advertising is growing globally, but the viewbot fraud jeopardizes that growth. And as of recently, Twitch has made an effort to remove some of those bots from the site. It turns out a large portion of Twitch has been botted, far more than what people actually thought. As brands see this publicly, they'll start to ask why they should pay the same rates they were paying before for less. That's even if they'll want to involve themselves into Twitch at all. It's already been said over the last couple of years, Twitch has lost hundreds of millions in ads due to the negative return on ad spend that brands have experienced through inflated metrics. As sites like YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram continue to dominate and brands continue to see a real return from their advertisements on those sites, this will only result in more of them turning away from the streaming space, specifically Twitch, putting more of their money and their focus into sites that have proven to work and have less drama. As other sites see more success, not only in growth, but also with the advertisers and more creators grow over there, the ones who haven't really moved get left behind. Part 4, how Twitch is responding. Twitch is rolling out new detection and enforcement mechanics to identify bot traffic. It's not currently predictable to see how far Twitch is really willing to go to clean up the site, but this is going to be a tough balancing act for them. As Twitch pushes back more, we go back to the earlier points where the people that make these bots are just going to find more ways around them. Bot providers will change. The people that use the services will change up to different services until Twitch actually shows people that they can be held accountable for their actions. Agencies, orgs, brands, and shady creators will just be influenced to learn a workaround. Again, in general, detecting the bots is easier than pointing the finger. So now Twitch is backed into this corner where they have to avoid false positives, but also earn the trust back amongst the community and advertisers. Plus, they have to continue to fight back against any new ways and new bots that will come as a result from the pushback. Part 5. Is it too late for Twitch? From solo streamers to big agencies, viewbotting has become integrated into the streaming economy, eroding trust, poisoning sponsorships, and threatening an ad apocalypse. One to the likes that the streaming industry has never seen before, taking millions of potential dollars out of the creators' pockets to fuel the giants who robbed brands blind. But with Twitch being 17 years in, still going through this and not being profitable, is it too late for them? Many Twitch streamers can speculate and use competitors like Kick, for example, as a crutch to also point out that Viewbots exists on other platforms. We can go back to the original points earlier where we say that botting is a problem on every corner of the internet and has been involved in the mainstream media industry for literally decades. As of now, Twitch is the only site that has turned away millions of dollars worth of ad spend away from the streaming space, all while taking advantage of the very inflated metrics the whole time. For a site that takes 50% of the streamer's revenue while running their business so poorly, who knows how long they can hang on.